Dolly, congratulations on your third children's book, Billy the Kid Makes It Big.
And does he ever? It's all about music, and it's all about confidence. It's all about overcoming, standing up to bullies, and all the things that kids need to know about. And I'm just happy to be able to present it in such a fun way.
Yeah. So tell me how Billy is actually your god dog, and he inspired this book.
Well, Billy is my god dog. He belongs to Danny Nozell, who is my manager, and I spend a lot of time with Danny. And so Billy has just got so attached to me, and I've got so attached to him because we're together all the time. So we've just become little partners in a way. And so we thought it'd be a cute idea to just tell some of the children's things, or things that would be a great message to children, and to let Billy have the voice and let him kind of, express the things that kids need to know about that. While they're growing up, and how to deal with the bullies, and how to deal with fear and all that kind of stuff. So it's a fun little story, and I think parents are going to love reading it to their kids too.
Yes, ma'am. And you want kids to know making fun ain't funny, and I love that because we all need to take a little bit of that with us, and when we start by telling kids this. So how did you deal with your bullies growing up?
Well, you cry, and you get hurt, and you feel ashamed. All the things that bullies try to make you feel, because they try, just like in my little song, it says, if you can't be big, don't be little. Don't belittle someone else for, about something trying to make yourself look bigger than they are. So this little book is based kind of on the making fun ain't funny about the bullying, and standing up to that, or at least enduring it and not letting it change who you are, and to shake your confidence, just stay true to yourself and all that sort of thing. But it's always painful, and I think most kids, for one reason or another, in one way or another, have been bullied. But we've often talked about how also the bullies are needing a special kind of attention that they're not getting. They're probably needing someone to love and care for them as well. So they try to take it out on someone else when they're really just trying to be loved or seen.
Yes.
Certainly.
Yes. For me, I don't know if you relate to this, but we always remember, we get a million kind comments a day, right? Someone could say such nice things, but we always remember the mean comment. Why do we do that, and how do you deal with that?
Well, I try to forgive. First of all, that's a hard one. When they say to forgive and forget, it's easier to forgive than it is to forget.
Yes.
But I think that just means to try to forgive and go on. You can't forget and have a brain in your head, but it just means go on. Don't let that define you. Don't let that, do things to you that normally you wouldn't have. You got to just let that go. Like Taylor Swift's song, just shake it loose, let
shake
it
it off, baby.
Shake it off, shake it off. But that's kind of what you have to do, and I think that's what it means about forgiving, and just try to go on and just feel sorry for them. And if you're a spiritual person, pray for them. Pray for that, It's like...
Say a prayer.
Yeah, say a prayer.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of your God partners in life, you also have a godchild, Miley Cyrus, who I know you're very close with. You are an incredible lyricist, so I wanted to ask you if you heard the song Flowers before it was released, or if she ran the lyrics by you.
No, she didn't. She would have if we weren't both so busy, I'm sure, and we don't really get the time to spend that we'd like to. We had just worked on the New Year's show on New Year's Day, and so we got to sing Wrecking Ball, and she was working on her album then. She did tell me that she had so many wonderful things that she was working on next, that she was writing some songs, and I said, you got to always try to do that. And it was shortly after that she came out with Flowers, and the second I heard it, I thought, oh my gosh, that's such a great song, which, by the way, I recorded the Wrecking Ball song in my new rock and roll album with Miley.
Oh
so
my
we
gosh.
did a bigger, more rock kind of version of it. But I love Miley, and she's my fairy godchild.
And Billy's your favorite god dog.
Oh, he's my god dog. Yeah.
Well, I love that. And she broke a record on Spotify, the most streamed song ever in the first
On
week.
the Flowers?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? I'm so proud of her. She is really talented. I don't think people know that she is talented, and they love her. She has a huge following. She's like the new hot chick.
She
in
is
rock,
the new hot girl in town.
She really is. She's like amazing. But she's just going to do better and better. She's going to become a greater writer. I think she'll be writing the biggest part of her things now. But I'm just proud of her, and I was so happy that song was so big.
Well, Dolly, I can't wait for this rock album. I am just so excited to see how you get into this genre and how you just all your creative abilities on it. What else can you tell me about the rock album?
Well, we have wonderful, great, iconic songs like Elton John is singing with me, "Don't Let the Sun Go Down," you know, and Ringo's playing drums on it, which that's the last of the Beatles.
I could think like this is a dream.
But then we have Stevie Nicks singing with me. Some we got Pink and Brandy Carlisle, singing on "Satisfaction," and of course we got Steven Tyler playing or singing with me on an original that I wrote with Kent Wells, the guy that produced the album. It's called "I Want You Back," and singing with him is just so great. All these wonderful artists, Joan Jett. We got a lot of girl power too. We got Pat Benatar and Stevie. Stevie and I did a fun thing together. Stevie Nicks. Yeah, I keep saying Stevie. Well, a lot of people, but I think everybody knows who Stevie is. Yeah,
I know who you mean.
But we've just had some wonderful, wonderful artists on it. And when Paul McCartney played piano and sang on the thing we did, and Ringo there, it's like whoa,
Oh,
but
my
I had so many wonderful moments here and there. Actually, he's not from the rock field, but everybody loves him. Is Chris Stapleton. We did Night Moves, the Seeger song, which I love, and Bob Seger, and I tried to get him to sing on it, but he was at that time he had laryngitis or something. We never got a chance to get it done in time. And I asked Chris, I said, "Will you come sing with me on this?" And he said, "Yep." And he did it. It was just so good. So we've just got so many wonderful people on it and so many wonderful songs.
Yes, I know you said you wanted Mick on it. Where is Mick at?
I did. I know. I never did get him. I wanted him to sing with me, and I wrote a song that was really right down his alley. I wrote just for him, but I never could get him. He was working on his album. He wanted to. He said he did, and but I ran him up, all over the place, from England to Nashville to California, and he's the one I never did get. But maybe I'll sing on something with him one of these days. I'd just love to do that.
Well, he's missing out. I for sure know that he is missing out. Dolly, you also have another book coming out, and this one I'm particularly excited about as a fan of your fashion and your style. So, My Life in Rhinestones, Behind the Seams, My Life in Rhinestones.
Well, I'm proud of that one too. It really tells my story in clothes and in hairdos and the fun, the good, bad, and the ugly. But anyway, it starts out kind of from my early days and all the clothes I used to wear, and we talked to a lot of the people that are still around, that worked with me in the early days. So it's about the makeup, the hair, and the clothes, and all the beautiful gowns and all the stuff. So people love to see that. I mean, even our Songteller book, the first one about my life in song, like my life in songs as a songwriter, and then this one, and then we have another one later coming out. It's about my life on the road, and it's called what is that called? It's the name of a song I wrote, but anyhow, it's about just life being on the star of the show is what it's called.
Star of the show.
But this one, so we're having like that song, and then my clothes, and then my life on the road.
I don't know how you kept your style so fabulous when you were on the road. All those wigs, all the shoes, the clothes. I don't know how you did it.
Well, I've always had people to help me. Like I say, I don't take credit for everything. I just take credit for my part. But I've always had good people, working with me to make sure I had what I needed. And so, but I've been blessed, and I've had a great life. And at this age now, it's like I can tell it and still be alive long enough to enjoy seeing how people respond to it.
Yes.
And still be, where I'm still able to, put all these memories down. It's like a museum in books, really. It's kind of like your life on paper.
It's amazing.